Soon enough, the Sirian ships started appearing around Earth, and their domestic aircraft descended down on the planet. The expedition was led by Lord Enlil, Lord of the Airways, but he was also titled Lord of Command. Being the commander of the mining project and basically in charge of the whole project Eridu, except for the scientific part, which was been given to Enki, who had to give power away to his stepbrother, something he found unfair, but nothing he could do much about. After all, he was Aryan and not Sirian. Enlil couldn't believe what his brother had managed to do. This new planet was almost as beautiful and also quite identical with the old Terra, although so much smaller. The atmosphere was perfect for the giant reptilian bodies they reanimated. The temperature warmer than it used to be, which was appreciated, but Enki said there would eventually be ice ages. It was inevitable. As soon as Enlil got a chance to settle down on Earth, he started building the grid system and sealed off the stargates that led into and out from Earth. He also changed the frequency of the planet so it became invisible for other star beings who might want to come and explore. Lord Enlil thus had the sole power to decide who could enter and who could leave the planet. The grid, which was meant to keep star being out, was not perfect and had holes in it. However hard they tried, they could not seal Earth 100%. Lord Enki was later being called PrinceEA here on Earth, and a prince he was. However, PrinceEA was never going to inherit neither the Kingdom of Sirius nor the Queendom of Orion, to his own dismay. The Sirian throne was reserved for Prince Enlil, who had pure Sirian blood and was a real son of the king. And in Orion, a male did never inherit the throne. His stepsister, whom he loved dearly, could of course not inherit any throne either, although she was a princess, daughter of King Anu, as it were. Only males sat on the Sirian, or any other Sirian-dominated, throne. By the time Enki arrived on Terra, Nin was both Enki's stepsister and consort. The Queen of the Stars had had great plans for her talented son and was hoping he would work with her in creating new worlds and new projects. She early on noticed his genius, and this was the reason why she had trained him so hard. Enki certainly didn't mind the lessons. However, there was a slight problem. In spirit, Enki was his stepfather's son. For some reason, especially when he grew up, he spent more time in the Sirius Empire than he did in Orion. He particularly spent a lot of time around his stepfather, King Anu. This way he came to know his stepbrother, Enlil, quite well, too. As young adults, they apparently went along fairly well, although they also had their disputes, which could be pretty heated. Enlil was a typical Sirian and as such was quite hot-headed. He was either in a pretty good mood, or in a murderous fury. Numerous were the times when the two brothers were fighting, more so in their adolescence, if there is such a thing in Orion. Enki was often the one who calmed Enlil down, and thus their awkward friendship continued well into adulthood.